All right.
Recording in progress.
Welcome to EIPIP meeting number 129. Today is August 12, and the issue is added on Ethereum/PM GitHub repository with number 2159. On agenda, we have a few call for inputs to be maybe looked into, and then a few editors discussion item. We have pretty light agenda, so maybe we can get started. I know, Sam, you are on phone, but would you be able to maybe talk about call for inputs?
I can certainly try. I don't know if you can understand me.
Yeah, we can hear you better now. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So first up, we have allowing links to Unicode standards that still needs to be merged. Don't know what that's waiting on. Probably just another editor approving it. And yeah, then we have associate EIP editors, which also just needs to be merged. So yeah, I feel like there are a few other ones, or did we get those all merged?
I think there is one more which is open right now, and that is strict rules for changing authors. And the number is 409. I'm going to share the link here in the chat for reference.
What we can maybe do, Pooja, is if you could share your screen, then Sam can also take a look at your screen. That's my first thing, and I have another thing because I want to directly ask this. This is about this this CFI, which is about allowing links to the Unicode technical standard. And there's something very weird going on, but I should actually reflect this earlier. So this call for input is approved. Yes, because indeed, Sam has also signaled that this is approved. And Sam has linked two links because there are two PRs. One is to ERCs and one is to EIPs. And the thing is that I have approved both, but only EIP's one is, only the ERC's one is being merged at the EIP.
Oh, right, there's a conflict. I completely forgot to fix that. I will go and take a look at that.
Yes, but I feel that this is not entirely the problem because the ERC one is, oh wait, sorry, no, that's not true. So the EIP one also needs another approval from another EIP editor. So that would mean that apparently we need 3 approvals here, which...
No, it's not counting me as an approval, right? Because I'm the author. Is that how that one works?
Okay, but would that mean that we need 3 approvals or 2 in total?
I mean, I'm okay just force merging it if you are. I don't think we're going to get another approval on it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That might be right. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take care of that when I get back.
All right. So the last one here is a call for input for strict rules changing authors. I'm just going to share my screen here. Strict rules for changing authors. I think the date is 15th of August. We do have time. Joachim, if you would like to briefly talk about what this call for input is.
Yes, so let me also open this URL. So the rule is, or the idea is that you are not allowed, so this is already about the decision part. So the authors of an EIP are not allowed to change the author list except append to it. And the reason for this is because this, I think, is not a situation that has happened yet. Maybe I've written down that maybe something what looks like it has happened. But the thing is that I think that as an EIP author, you should be certain that you get a recognition of authoring this EIP. And there could, of course, at some point, like maybe not now, but like in half a year or in a year or in 2 years, there could be a conflict and maybe your EIP is still in, well, let's say in review or in last call, it doesn't even matter. Then all the other EIP editors, sorry, I must be correct, all the other authors of this EIP then have the merge rights to delete all the other authors and to basically to take this EIP hostage. And what I mean by that is that there is like a conflict between the EIP, the authors of this EIP, and like you can do this like very impulsive. Well, the situation does not matter, but the thing is that all the people on the authorship list can create a PR where they remove all the other authors and then basically are then the only person who has like merge rights to this EIP. I think that we should prevent this. If you want to remove an EIP author, then either you are removing yourself, and this should be also strict, like how do you prove that you are this person? I think that one of these, well, the situation, like another way to remove an author is like maybe you have updated your email address or something like this. That might be more of like a side case, but the thing is that if you are on this authorship list, you do not want to get removed, because I think this is not right. The only way how you can be removed is we check with this person, like, okay, we have this PR open, and they have to give their explicit approval for the removal of them on the authorship list, and with then also the explicit knowledge that they do also remove their merge rights to this EIP.
Yeah,
Yeah, please.
¿Qué pasó?
Sam, please continue.
Sure. I understand the reasoning behind wanting to do this. I am not convinced that I want to, but that's not to say that I can't be convinced. Because right now we have kind of the permission model of you only add the authors that you trust to your EIP, and then everybody has the same permissions. Whereas if we, for example, kind of like if we do it so that you can only remove yourself from the author list, then I think there's a lot of opportunity for conflicts that we might have to step in on. Like, let's say that, you know, there's a split among the authorship and the authors, and they want to divide into two EIPs, and half of them want to keep the original EIP number, and the other half, you know, they both have to want to keep the original EIP number, and then we have to step in and make a decision there. Whereas the system we have now, everybody just has full rights, so they can, the first one to act gets it. I'm not sure that's necessarily the best way to do it, but it is an objective way to do it. And I guess it's important to note that what we're really protecting here is ownership of the EIP number itself and the ability to modify that number. So, like, let's say I remove, you know, John Smith from my EIP number. They could just open a new EIP with a new EIP number and the same content, removing me. So what we're really protecting here is just the EIP number, and I'm not sure how valuable of a resource that is. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. This is actually like I think two very good points, because I would like generally agree that we do not want to step in new situations. So yeah, this could indeed lead to more complex situations. Yeah. Okay. It's actually like a very interesting point, because maybe I'm like also flagging this thing because maybe I'm thinking a little bit, because you are right. Like the only thing what we are doing is protecting the EIP number, but I would also say that this itself is maybe like one of the most important things here, because if at some point you get a conflict and there is an EIP which gets forked because of this, because it's like a personal conflict between two of the authors, and then one of the EIP gets stale, and this original EIP gets stale, and then this new EIP is the updated version, I would say, like the actual version, the updated version, and this of course leads to confusion. The question is then, is this our problem or is this a problem for the community? I guess, I don't know. I think that's indeed like a problem for the community. But also, yeah, I don't know. Like we know that the numbers. I mean, we recently already had like a confusion about a certain number. Like, I think this is something what is like very important and what we should also recognize that this is very important. But yeah, I think I'm starting to get convinced that we actually do not want to create any changing rules for authors. And yeah, then the result is that it indeed will be like first come, first served. So who opens the PR first and who gets its merge first, to remove everyone, that's then the person who would win this thing. But I guess that's a situation what maybe we should not even try to deal with. I don't know. Yeah, what do you think, Sam?
I'm not sure. Yeah, like I think it's definitely worth considering. I don't want it to sound like I'm just saying we shouldn't do this. I just think that we have to be careful of the edge cases that come up. Like I was just thinking about, like let's say you have an GitHub account that gets compromised, and they don't want to remove themselves, and they keep just griefing the EIP number. And I mean that's an exceptional case that I think we can deal with just by removing them manually. But just something to think about. Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like we need something beyond just first come, first serve. I don't know what it is.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Maybe just thinking out loud, because I think I'm moving. Yeah. Well, maybe not. Like I think that we should have something. Maybe it's actually like a very good discussion, because what you are saying is like this first come, first served. I think that is well, good enough for now is maybe not the right term, but it works now. But what we could maybe think of, and of course, this also means like these IDs have to be translated to code. And sadly, I do not have a lot of bandwidth yet to help on that. But the thing is that we maybe want to introduce something like if an author gets removed or something, that we put this thing on hold for like a certain amount of time, and that we can then quickly sense like, okay, if there's like no how do you say this, yeah, not a blocking, but if there are like no objections, then we can just merge it. But if like someone opens an EIP, they remove another author or like more authors, then I would think that the community would quickly flag this as, oh wow, this is very weird, and then maybe this like we give this like some waiting period, and then after a week or like 2 weeks we mark this with a specific label. I do not know like what the correct term it is, but that we that this is being disputed, or maybe that's like the correct term, but something like this.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Like some kind of you have X amount of time to object to being removed, and then if you don't, you get removed.
All right, for now, I think, anyway, it has a few more days left for reviews by other editors. So let's keep it open and keep the discussion continued on the Discord channel, and hope to get more responses by editors in order to like decide where we would like to move forward. With that, we are done with call for input. Maybe we can get to other items which are there for editors discussion. Enable bot check to check requires EIP status. Let me see what was there. Here come. I think it is coming up from your discussion thread that was mentioned here.
Yes, is that up and running now?
I have not tested it particularly. I don't know if it was tested by someone else on the call. If not, then maybe we can get back to it.
Yeah, let me quickly check what this is about, because I should know this because I apparently opened this this discussion.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's about final status having references to non-final EIP and ERCs. So apparently the bot was stopped to check that particular check that the PR status should not be, is not important, but I guess Sam has enabled it again. We might have to revisit and check if it is flagging any new proposal. Is that the correct understanding, Sam?
Yeah, I believe I merged the pull requests, re-enabling that. I'm just not sure if they work or not. I haven't checked.
Okay. It is on EIP repo, right? I think it is working right now because I recently got a flag on this one and I can get back to you on that part. But that was
Yeah,
not
it'll be on both. I think the problem was that it wasn't checking on the ERC's repo.
Okay.
So hopefully it is now.
Okay. All right. So we will consider it to be done unless we come across any further cases of that, or maybe we'll go back and check on that particular EIP if it is still getting an easy pass or the bot is enabled there. All right, I think the next one is from the previous meeting. In the previous meeting, we discussed about an action to be performed by EIP editors, and that was with respect to like not approving active EIP PR. Generally, the PR merge policy suggests that if a PR is open for over 2 weeks and it is like trivial changes and editors are convinced that those are fine, it can be merged. But it was decided that active EIP PR for which authors can be found around should not be merged. So in this PR, I have done 3 major changes. Number 1, I have tried to move the don'ts to the don'ts section. That's why you can see all these reds, and all these reds are already added here in the don't section. Earlier, all of them were listed as parts of do's. So that's number 1 change. Number 2 change that has been done here is do not self-allocate EIP number to your proposal. So for a recent proposal 8363, it was noticed that author self-allocated the number 8361, which was already allocated to a different EIP. So I requested the author not to do that, and he highlighted that he could not find this piece of information anywhere. I did mention him that EIP editor or associate editor are the responsible person to provide this EIP number, and it should not be self-allocated. So his suggestion was like we should document it, and that's why it is being added to contributing.md under don'ts section for author. And I have also mentioned that they should wait for EIP editor and associate editor to take a look at the PR and get the number. And the third thing, okay, yeah, these were the 3 things. Yes, please.
Yes, about this because this point, what happened with this EIP 83? Well, I already forgot the number, but the thing is that indeed, like if the offer, and I think that is actually correct, because we are not like it's actually like a very good question, because this is Sam also mentioned this like just now, like the EIP number is maybe like one of the most the biggest thing what we want to protect, because if it goes out into the community, like this is what people will talk about, like EIPX, EIPI, and if there's confusion about this, like this is especially what at least I think that we do not want, and the authors should also not want this, by the way. So the thing is, like, how can we make this even more clear that people should not allocate their EIP numbers themselves? I would say that Yeah, I actually don't know, because if you open up PR, like you get like a sandbox template, or like a template comment what you can edit. I hope that people will read that, but that's of course a question if people do that. But I also don't think that there is text in there which talks about the EIP number, and I'm not sure. Maybe Sam, you know this?
I do know, but I can certainly add it if it isn't there. And we can also adjust the message that EIPW prints out so that it says wait for an editor to assign it if it doesn't already say that, and the template as well.
Yeah, it seems like some of the PRs are now coming up from a bot, right? This clearly says that generated with cloud code. I don't know if it was from bot, but they definitely did not know the process. So in order to like facilitate this understanding, it is a good idea to have this mentioned at multiple places. It is already mentioned in the EIP 1. Sometimes new authors read it and sometimes they don't, but it does specify that EIP number allocation is the primary responsibility of editor. And I'm just hoping that this contributing.md, if it is being revisited by the authors or new authors, should also contain this information, and having it on the EIP template will be a nice addition along with the message coming up from EIPW bot. So this is small corrections added to contributing.md. It would require at least 2 reviewers to approve and merge. That's sharing in this meeting. Kindly take a look at it, and yeah, we can get this merged.
Yeah, maybe to quickly. Oh, sorry, Sam, please.
Oh yeah. I can add it to the template right now. Shouldn't be too hard.
Awesome.
Or rather to the pull request template.
Cool, thanks. And maybe I'm going to propose like one thing, and I'm not really sure if I want to propose this, but I will just say it because I'm thinking about this like now. Like we had like a CFI lately about adding like AI offers. Well, I said we should not do this because we do not want to promote any commercial product or any product at all. But what I do think, because it is very likely, or at least like super likely, that the new ERP texts are like, mostly going to be written by AI. We can all have an opinion about this, that does not really matter. But what I do think is that an AI should know, and an AI, I mean a large language model, so an LLM, should know that they should not, and not they, the LLM should not allocate a number to the ERP. But in order to do that, I think my proposal will be to add a I do not know, like if there is a standard for large language models files where they directly read from. Like I know that this is from Claude, you have cloud.md. We do not want to add this. I want to explicitly say, but if there's like an
there's like agents.md, and it's read by I think Copilot, Codex, and ChatGPT, but it is not read by Claude, if I remember correctly.
Okay, this sounds like a good thing because agents.md is clearly not affiliated with any large language model. I feel like we should add like an agents.md, and I think we should just start with a very simple thing: do not allocate a number, because this is like the thing what we want to protect, and that's also good for everyone, because we do not want to have any confusion about these numbers like ERC this or ERP that. We don't want that. I think I can open this PR, and I will keep it in draft until I'm convinced myself that I want to do this. But I think this is a very good thing what we should do for both ERPs and ERCs.
I have added a GitHub Copilot instructions file for code reviews, just because I was getting really annoyed that it was giving terrible code reviews. So yeah, I guess we could do something with agents.md. I think that's a good idea. Also, I can't make pull requests right now because it seems like GitHub is down. Is that happening for anybody else or just me?
Okay.
My GitHub is up, so yeah.
it's on the their status page. Yeah, their pull requests are down right now. Okay.
All right. So I assume, Joachim, whatever change you propose is going to be with another PR, right? There's no blocker for this present one, which is there to update contributing.md. Is that a correct understanding?
Yes, it is.
All right. So it requires 2 editors' approval. Kindly take a look, and yes, we will move into the next one. So the next one is Glamsterdam Meta EIPIP 7773 to the review status. I know it's open for a while, about a month now, and we were discussing like why we are not moving it to last call and still struggling to get it moved to the review status. So I'm still waiting on author's approval in order to move this proposal, but I noticed, because I was under impression that everything will be fine and it could be worked, but I noticed there is another EIPW bot check, and that suggested that EIP 8066 is not in the review status. Upon checking, it appeared that this PR was merged 4 days ago. That basically adds a mascot to the Meta EIP. It was unclear to me. It was unclear to me, like, were there any decision of including mascots on Meta EIP, or we discussed about it? And aside that, this EIP is in draft status, so I don't think it's appropriate to merge it and have the Meta EIP being blocked at this. Maybe editors can, let me know what they think about it.
Who approved the mascot merge?
The author.
Okay, then yeah, we just follow the process. That has to go to review, and if it doesn't, we can't move the meta to review. If you want to make another meta proposal that doesn't contain the mascot, we could do that. That would be the alternate path forward.
Yeah, I'm finding a disconnect over here. Like, when we are discussing these things in CodeV meetings, like this is what we are doing. Anything should not just sneak in, and if it has to be there, it has to be documented somewhere. I'm having hard time getting approval on Meta EIP moving from draft to review, and I'm seeing all these changes. I noticed another change about this particular EIP 8254. This was never added as a PFI in Meta EIP, but this was directly added as a DFI in this Meta EIP. So I don't know what to do here. I wanted to check it with editors. Do they have any suggestion on this? How we can improve this process that we do not catch up with these kind of surprises?
I mean, chastise the authors of the Meta EIP, I guess, would be my suggestion. Just tell them not to be dumb. The other option is we just create the Meta EIPs, although I really don't want to have to do that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, please go ahead.
Maybe to okay. The first thing I want to say is that I find this incredibly funny, because this mascot EIP is bugging the review status of Glamsterdam. I mean, I find it incredibly hilarious, to be honest, and like no disrespect to any of these EIPs, of course. So I think just to react on Sam's suggestion, I don't absolutely not think that we should do the Meta EIPs, because this is, I think, beyond the scope of what we are doing. Because if we do that, then we will get much more involved with also the governance process, and I think that is not what we should do at all. This is part of ACD, and this is not part of the EIP process. The other thing is that, I think this is the most important thing, because we should also check with the authors of this EIP. So this is, of course, the Meta EIP. This is, I would say, a very important one, because this EIP describes what was sorry, that's not. I should be careful here. What EIPs were denied for inclusion, but also the EIPs what are currently scheduled for inclusion, and this is very important for the entire ecosystem. But of course, we also want that to move forward, because I mean, a label that is above this EIP which says draft, that does not sound like, I don't know, it looks like a little bit weird, I would say. So we will indeed want to move this to review, or maybe already to last call, like something like that. The thing is that the office of this EIP should be aware of this. And what I think, but this is just my feeling, like I do not know for sure, but I think that in general, that the responsibilities of this might not be entirely known, also maybe by the office of this EIP. So this is like the process of ACD and also EIP process. That if you want to move this thing to review, then all the EIPs referenced are all also into also should be at least in review. And for instance, like these mascot EIPs, like the thing is that the approval of the EIP office for this, they should also know that if any reference to an EIP is being added, that also means that that reference should be in the required phase before we can move this meta EIP to this new stage. And my feeling is that this might not be super clear to the EIP office. And if that's the case, like I think we can just check this. So maybe we should just follow up about this. But my perception is this, that this might be like I would not say a problem, but just something to let the EIP office of the meta EIP know. And also with the explicit notice that I'm not going to do it. I do not want to take over meta EIPs.
I have a quick question here. I'm failing to understand this part. So if I'm looking at this pull request, it only took approval of author. It did not wait for approval of editor, while the PR that I have created is waiting for both author and editor.
You're changing status.
So for change in minor edits, they do not require approval. Okay, got it.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it was simply approved by the author, and that's why it got merged. And yeah, I don't know. Somehow I missed this one, and I figured it out after 4 days. Cool. From this discussion, what I'm going to do is I will bring it up in the next ACD meeting, talking about it. Like there is no mention of adding mascot to the meta EIP. So first of all, do we have an agreement of including it? And if we do, then it should be documented in some of the process document. And the second thing is, if we want to include the EIP number, that has to be either higher status or finalized. Finalized is better because that cannot be open forever, or unless we decide to keep it living, whatever the decision is. So yeah, that's what we are going to do about it.
Yeah, Pooja, my suggestion would be to actually first ping Nixo, or well, maybe not Nixo, but one of the EIP office on Ethereum R&D about this, so on Discord. Because the agenda of tomorrow is like super packed, and I'm not going to say that our discussions are like less valuable, because that's absolutely not the case. But I feel that these discussions might be better to do async. Although I would also say that, okay, like my feeling is, and this is maybe also where maybe your confusion comes from, that we have the ACD process and we also have the EIP process, and these are like completely independent processes. So like to PFI, to CFI, to SFI, like an EIP, that has nothing to do with EIP offers. That's completely in the governance of the ACD process, which is fine. We should also not change that. But the fact that we now see that we might be, I will not say like clashing, but we are running into these kind of problems, I would say, because EIPs are getting added and these are in the wrong status. And then from the EIP editor perspective, or from the EIP ecosystem, we get in trouble because we simply cannot move this EIP forward. So I think at least for the ACD process, it should be known that we should not quickly add like these EIPs. Like these are not about like the core EIPs, so these are not like technical. These are more about the process. Like, okay, we have this mascot, but that we should be a little bit more careful to add these, because this might slow down the process, for instance, to move this EIP to preview, for instance.
Understood. Yeah. I'll definitely do that. Generally, the process I follow is I document everything as an comment to the ECD agenda, and then bring it to the All Core Dev Discord channel so people can follow the link and respond appropriately. But I can take the otherwise approach as well, given the agenda is fully packed there. All right, with that, we can move on to the next item, dispute resolution. I don't know if we have any kind of progress on that. I certainly did not get a chance to maybe work on the dispute resolution working group. Does anyone got a chance to take a look at it, or has anything to share or add on that? All right, in that case, we can come back on this item whenever we are ready. And the next one is from the other working group, which is EIP working group. I know there were some progress last week. I wonder if there is anything else to share on EIP working group.
So we're talking about the Rust implementation of the rendering system. Yeah. Okay. So I think at this point, unless we get some buy-in from the other editors, I'm just going to drop the project. I think it's too much work for not enough gain if we're not all on board with it. And if I'm the only one driving it forwards, then I don't think it should move forwards.
All right.
Yes, maybe to jam on that. Yeah, Sam, I simply did not have the time to have, well, the time. Of course, you always can dedicate time, but I simply did not have the bandwidth yet to take a look at this. I also completely understand your point about the amount of work versus, well, at least the perceived gains, what we should get from here. I cannot promise this, but I certainly want to take a look at this at least, because I think like that this is like it's super important. But yeah, I will try to at least take a look at this. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I just want to kind of put it on record that I am very neutral about continuing it right now. So yeah.
Very well. Moving ahead. I am not sure if we are making any progress in automating the EIP numbering. Since the transition of protocol support team, I have not seen anybody taking up that responsibility. If anyone here on the call is aware, may want to share. Otherwise, we can perhaps drop this item from agenda for future until we get someone on board. Yeah. Okay, let's taking a look at it. There are a lot of feedback, but yeah, there's no one actively working on it, so we can perhaps drop this one. Cool. And from the previous action item, I was taking a look at it. I think we have, okay, this PR is already merged right now, but there are quite a few items in EIP 7723 that still needs attention, and we would be looking into it. There is an open PR for non-final EIP merge policy that was decided. And on action item section, I think we have covered everything except for this EIP lab team. I don't know if anyone on the call would like to maybe talk about that. If not, then we can bring it back in the next meeting. All right, with that, I think we are pretty much covered. Taking a quick look at the editor's schedule, we are full for, okay, we can just need for September 8th. Otherwise, we are full for the month of August, so we are good. with office hour. And on EIPS Insight August, I'm assuming, okay, so this is for the August. We have received 7 draft, 7 review, and 1 in the last call in the ERC section. Yep, this is just the starting of the month. So we have about 15 status transition entries, and yep, pretty good. People can take a look at this report for details of this month. Yeah, the final item on agenda, which I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention, was a community hub application that we have shared with the DevCon in your team. We want to organize an EIP hub. That hub will be a 4-day dedicated space, and this would be open for every participant. The idea is we try to provide different kind of EIP related information with this hub. For example, the first day could be about the generic information about the EIP process and all. Second day could be dedicated to protocol related process and governance related processes. Third day could be application standard, and the fourth day to be catering to the enterprise community. This is what the EIP hub is and what we are planning to do there. We are looking for programming partners who may be able to own specific day, maybe application day, enterprise day, or protocol day, whoever are building tools or working in the direction of EIP, supporting Ethereum open community with whatever they have with respect to EIPs. Please reach out to us, or you can also leave your comments here, and we will be happy to have you in this group. We definitely require some support, and I hope whoever editor is planning to join the DevCon, please show up one day.
Nice. I will definitely be here, of course. Yeah, nice. Very cool.
Well, thank you. And that's pretty much it for today's agenda. Do we have any specific date in mind for the next meeting? Do we want to keep it on the 3rd Wednesday or sooner? 16th September is the 3rd Wednesday. If that works for everybody, we can keep it there.
Could be fine. I think it might hit all wallet devs. They're on the same day, but I think that might be okay.
Yeah, I can see all wallet devs. But yeah, there is a gap of an hour, but 9th September is also fine. Yes, Sam, you would want to do the 9th September?
Be at RustConf on the 9th of September, so I don't think I can do that one.
Okay, and then in that case, let's keep it for 16th September at 1600 UTC.
Perfect.
For the next
See y'all then.
All right, thank you everyone for joining us here today. See you in the next one. Take care.
Thanks.